You open your eyes, and within 5 minutes, your hand is already reaching for your phone. Before your feet even touch the floor, you're already lost in someone else's life. Notifications, reels, messages, and just like that, your mind is borrowed before your day has even begun. That quiet moment right after waking, that small window where your mind is still soft and yours, you just handed it away. Most of us do it without thinking. We tell ourselves it's harmless, just a quick check. But days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly you're wondering why you feel so scattered, so tired, so behind. You're not lazy, you're not broken. You're just training your brain to chase dopamine before it's even had a chance to settle into the real world. And that single habit is quietly shaping everything else. The way your morning goes often decides how the rest of your day feels. When you start it by giving away your attention, you spend the next 16 hours trying to get it back. You snooze the alarm 3 times, scroll TikTok while brushing your teeth, check Instagram while your coffee gets cold. By 10 a.m., your mind already feels like it's running on empty. And then the real problems show up. You skip the workout you said you'd do. You order the burger instead of cooking something decent. You avoid that message you know you need to send. You open another tab instead of finishing the task that actually matters. Each small surrender feels minor in the moment, but they add up, they compound, and slowly they start to feel like who you are. Here's the hard part most people don't want to hear. Motivation was never going to save you. Discipline wins. Not because it feels good, but because it builds the kind of person who can trust themselves when it matters. The truth is, your phone isn't the enemy. Your lack of boundaries is. Every time you reach for it first thing, you're telling yourself that whatever is on that screen is more important than your own mind, your own goals, your own peace. You don't need a dramatic life reset. You need to stop abandoning yourself in the first 5 minutes of the day. Imagine waking up and choosing, just once, to keep that phone on the other side of the room, to sit with your own thoughts for 10 quiet minutes, to drink water, to move your body a little, to decide how you want to feel before the world starts shouting at you. It feels uncomfortable at first, almost wrong, because you've trained yourself to need the noise. But that discomfort, that's the edge where real change lives. I used to be exactly like this. I'd wake up, roll over, and lose the first hour to mindless scrolling. Then I'd spend the rest of the day playing catch-up with my own life, feeling guilty, distracted, and mentally drained. The worst part? I knew better. I just couldn't seem to stop. The shift didn't come from some perfect morning routine. It came from deciding I was done outsourcing my attention, done letting my first conscious choice be someone else's content. It was small at first. Phone in another room, alarm across the bedroom, 10 minutes of silence before anything else. Some days I still slipped, but I kept coming back to it. And slowly something changed. I started showing up for things I used to quit early. Hard conversations became a little less scary. Work felt clearer. Energy lasted longer. Not because I suddenly became superhuman, but because I stopped leaking focus from the very first moment of the day. You don't need to become a different person overnight. You need to protect the version of you that's trying to show up consistently. Start there, not with intensity, with ownership. Decide that your first minutes belong to you, not to the algorithm, not to the group chat, not to the endless noise. That single decision ripples. It strengthens your ability to choose what matters over what feels easy. It builds mental toughness in the smallest, quietest ways. Because real discipline isn't loud, it's private, it's repetitive. It's choosing to stay with yourself when everything else is pulling you away. You already know what needs to change. The question is whether you're willing to feel the discomfort long enough to matter. If this message hits you in the right place, consider subscribing. I make videos for people who are done with the surface level stuff and ready for real, quiet progress. At the end of the day,
Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's a daily choice. And the life you build is the direct result of who you choose to become, one quiet morning at a time.